Okay, a lot of this is abstract, but let's just talk about what we're really seeing around us right now. Obviously, you were deeply affected by what you saw in Mumbai. The question of being also a Muslim at a time when jihadi terror is really talked about. We've seen a lot of actors in Bollywood come out and speak out against terror, but it's basically what we call the Khandan, Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan. Do you think Muslims in particular right now are feeling under pressure and are feeling that they have to come out particularly and speak out against terror?
I think that's a natural reaction. I think that no matter which country we take or which society we take, and whether it's the majority community or the minority community or any community for that matter, if there are certain elements in that community which have shown up to do acts which we are all really unhappy about and ashamed about, in fact, that community would feel that they would feel bad about it, and they would want to condemn what is happening. They would want to come out with their thoughts on how they are against what is happening. I think that's a very natural response. So I think whether that happens with the Muslim community or for that matter with the Hindu or Christian community, if you have people from a particular community doing acts which are really senseless, I think members of that community would feel like coming out and protesting and condemning it, and they should do that.
Do you feel that the situation has actually brought India together much more in the past few weeks, or do you see much more communalization? Do you see much more of it sort of being torn apart?
I think, in my opinion, what I've seen over the last so many days, my sense is that the common man is certainly realizing that, and realizing that, in full force, that in fact terrorists do not have a religion, and in fact we should not connect them to any religion. It could be a Hindu terrorist, it could be a Muslim terrorist, it could be a Sikh terrorist, it could be a Christian terrorist, but they are just terrorists. They don't belong to any religion as far as we are concerned. That is what the feeling that is growing amongst people. The innocent people who are dying in such attacks are of all communities. So each one is affected by this. I think also there is a realization amongst people that politicians are really manipulating and using them. And I think more and more people are beginning to realize that this politics of divide and rule is not something that they would like. I think it is time that we see and recognize politicians who, instead of leading us towards peace, prosperity and progress, if they remind us about what our religion is, if they remind us what our caste is, if they remind us what our creed is, if they remind us what our language is, clearly that is a person that we should not be trusting.
Well, those are strong words we have heard. I'd also like to ask you about the role of Pakistan. We've seen in Celluloid, we've seen in films you've done, in Sarfarosh, in Fana, talking about the role that Pakistan or people in Pakistan have in fueling terror. The debate now really, Aamir, is about what should be done next, what India should do next. Do you think, as many are suggesting, that India should cut off cultural ties? Cricket ties, of course, have been suspended already.
Mm-hmm. See, I would like to first of all say that, in my opinion, I don't think that the people of Pakistan per se, the common man in Pakistan, really is to blame for this. There are as many terror attacks in Pakistan as there have been in India, and so the common man is as affected by terror over there as we are over here. Having said that, I'd like to say that, based on the evidence that we have in front of us, quite clearly there are elements in Pakistan who are creating terrorists and are propagating terrorism. And certainly it is a responsibility of the Pakistan leadership to take strong action against them. And if they don't or can't or are unable to, then certainly I think the world community has to do something about it. Because we just can't sit by and allow this to happen. I think that, what Nawaz Sharif said, if I'm not mistaken, that he in fact said, which I really appreciate him saying, that he would like for Pakistan to come to terms with the fact that yes, there are problems in Pakistan which we should address, and we can only address them by first admitting that they exist. And there is absolutely no point in trying to lie about it or make up stories about it. I think it is time that Pakistan realize that, if they are to, and I'm speaking about essentially the leadership there, which is so far not showing signs of doing that. That they have to be honest about what is happening, and they have to take sincere and strong steps against the elements there who are propagating this. And if they are unable to, they can seek help from other countries to help them do that. But their sincerity must come through about their sincerity towards tackling something like this has to come through.